253 counties in the state of Texas are already utilizing the tools they need to work closely with the federal government to keep dangerous, violent criminals off our streets while keeping scarce public safety resources focused on local law enforcement priorities. As the Sheriff of Harris County, my duty is to protect the public and maintain the peace. I'm also concerned about the risk of an unintended consequence, creating a climate of fear and suspicion that could damage our efforts to reinforce trust between law enforcement and the communities we serve. If this is subject to once somebody is arrested, then I think that's already handled through ICE post-arrest. And so I do think that it would bring a chilling effect because at the end of the day, this would predominantly impact Latino communities if we could be truthful about it. And communities and cities and jurisdictions that have large Latino populations will be impacted the most because we need them to be reporting crimes so that we could truly go after the serious criminals as Chief Acevedo's letter alluded to. And they're scared enough of retaliation as it is, yet alone to then have another layer of fear that after they've given us information that they're subject potentially to be deported. And so simply separating more families or leading to possibilities of racial profiling to me do not make our community safer. So they're going to go by public perception, and public perception say that they could be at risk, not only from what's happening at the federal level with executive orders, but what they hear happening all the way down local level. They don't know who's who. I think it would disproportionately impact communities where you have large, especially Latino populations.
So I think you could testify and would agree with me that this bill, in the guise of promoting public safety, will likely do the exact opposite. Since it was stated that
to the jail system.
The average now is ICE is talking to everybody that's arrested within 12 hours. Yeah. So we're finding the people that are committing the violent crimes that way.
Correct.
Currently.
Yes.
Thank you.
Representative Farrar.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, it's so nice to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
How does Harris County currently deal with detainer requests from ICE?
Currently, again, subject to post-arrest. Once somebody's arrested, they are booked into the county jail on state charges, and then ICE obviously could do their vetting process, and they can handle as they see appropriate based on their priorities.
All right.
Sheriff Gonzalez, the Harris County Sheriff's Department fully complies with detainer requests now?
Yes, sir, we do.
So
post-arrest with the detainers and all that, much of that's already happened. That's why I said every Texas sheriff, to my understanding, already complies at cell level. We're using all those tools. I'm just concerned of the slippery slope going now into street level potential enforcement as well.
Please know the Houston Police Department works closely with our federal partners and remains committed to bringing justice to the victims of crime and criminals to justice, regardless of the immigration status. Again, I regret that Chief Acevedo was not present to give direct testimony.
And I'm sure it's your testimony that Houston Police Department fully cooperates with detainer requests at this time.
Yes, sir, we do.
That's what I thought.
And there are people out there, and I hate to say it, but there are those that will ask just because of the color of somebody's skin. Thank you.
Members, we have questions. Chair Gidding.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So if someone is arrested and they're sent to county jail, the ICE will kick in, right? You'll do the fingerprinting. You'll know at that point,
yes,
right? Once they're
yes,
arrested and actually in custody in the jail.
Yes.
I'm Anthony Trevino, Assistant Police Chief for the City of San Antonio, and I thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak in opposition of Senate Bill 4. And the City of San Antonio, as probably as you know, is not a sanctuary city. The San Antonio Police Department has a long-standing practice of cooperating with federal law enforcement in all aspects, including the execution of federal warrants, honoring immigration detainer requests, allowing immigration and customs officials into the magistrate's office where individuals being detained are processed. This bill will undermine the relationship that the San Antonio Police Department has forged with communities it is protecting by creating fear within the most vulnerable segments of our population and discouraging victims of crime from communicating with law enforcement.
Good afternoon. I'm Sheriff Javier Salazar, Bexar County Sheriff in San Antonio. Mr. Chairman, members, I do have some concerns about this bill and about its possible unintended consequences. As a local law enforcement agency, it's imperative that we maintain a strong relationship with the community we serve. When policies exist that undermine the public trust between law enforcement and surrounding community, including the immigrant community, we risk driving this segment of the population into the shadows, where they are preyed upon by criminals and may even fail to report crimes for fear of negative repercussions, such as being deported. We have had and will continue to have an excellent working relationship with all of our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners, including the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. I've met with Agent Daniel Bible, the San Antonio Field Director for ICE, and will continue to cooperate with him on ICE detainers. We will continue to work together, as always, in the interest of public safety first and foremost.
So what you would ask of us is to give you some discretion on violent criminals, on people committing serious crimes, to continue to work with ICE, as all 254 counties are doing.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Chairman Cook, committee members. My name is Brian Manley. I'm the police chief in Austin, Texas, and I'm here. We experienced a 10% increase in violent crime in Austin last year, the first time in a decade. I have a lot of things I need to do in the Austin Police Department to keep my community safe, our community safe, and any time officers spend enforcing federal civil immigration laws, time they're not spending combating violent crime and the things that I need them to do to keep our community safe.